Okay, so people have been wanting an updated toolbox tour, so I kind of thought I'd go through like what I have. I'm not a mechanic for a living. I do this as a side income or second income. I typically bring home, I'd say I average around $1,400 a month profit wrenching. Sometimes more. I've had times when I made $1,100 in a weekend, and I've had months where I've made $500 because there's just no work there. Things always slow down in the winter as well. Um, so this is just kind of where my collection is. So this here is my big Craftsman box. It's kind of a cheap box. I got it on sale at a Christmas thing a couple years back, put it in layaway, made payments on it, and I'm going to use it so I can't use it anymore. So most of this stuff up here is all my standard, and this is just a mix of cheap stuff. I don't use standard that much, but occasionally you need it. I got these swivel impacts. I've got my Torx Plus Neiko set up here. So I've got my Torx Plus Neiko set here. I've got this regular Torx from Neiko. These have actually been really good Torx bits. I cannot complain about the Neiko stuff at all for the price. And I've got the triple squares. I've used them once in a while, but I don't do a lot of European crap. So, got my gloves. I got my little magnet tools. These are my Craftsman sockets that I've had since I was a teenager. I still use these all the time. Just when I'm doing stuff like I need to take something with me out to the driveway. And so these are my Craftsman e-Torx that I got on clearance with some Sears bucks a couple years ago. They've been fine for as much as I use e-Torx. These are hex metric impacts that I got on a clearance thing at Tractor Supply. I have yet to actually used one. So it's one of those tools that you might never use, but at least it was like 11 bucks or something. So let's see, I got Indian head gasket sealant. This is what I like to use to stick gaskets onto one side. I got these DeWalt tools that a viewer sent me, or this DeWalt tool I should say, viewer sent me. I got a cutting wheel on there right now, and I got extra discs and cutting wheels here. This is my half-inch 700 foot-pound 1200 breakaway foot-pounds. This thing's just a beast. If you want a good impact wrench, it's been great so far. It's got the 3 power settings, so you know you might think you want to go mid-range, but if you turn it down on 2, it is a mid-range. So I don't see the reason not to get the bigger tool. It is heavy, so the actual mid-range tool might be a little bit lighter if you're using it all the time. But if I'm just doing something quick, I need electric, boom, I got it. If I'm gonna do a whole bunch of stuff, I'll grab my little short air impact out. I got my metric impact sockets over here. Just a mixture of stuff. Mostly it's Pittsburg. My 19's missing right now, and I don't have a 20, so I got this cheapy chrome on there that I've been using. But my 19's around here somewhere. I had it the other day. There's one snap-on impact socket right here. And, you know, that's my impacts. I could probably use some nicer ones or something, but you know what? I just rung what I've rung till it won't run no more. Every dollar you spend on tools is a dollar less profit. I mean, I like tools as much as the next guy, but I've never understood these guys that just constantly get rid of their tools and buy different brand of tools and buy this tool and that tool. Like, I want tools, you know, I use tools to make money. These are my Craftsman flip sockets. This has actually been a really good set. I've used the crap out of it, as you can kind of see, for, I don't know, 2-3 years now, and it's just held up. On some cars though, these plastic pieces will kind of get in your way and they don't really slip off. So you kind of have to fall back to a regular impact on those. My Kobalt charger. I got these little like wire tie bendy things. I got these for $5 out of the clearance bin at Advance, and they've been great. They come in handy for tying up brake calipers and lines and all kinds of stuff like that. See, over here on the side I have more magnetic trays. These Craftsman, I wish I had grabbed a couple more of these a couple years ago when they were on clearance, because these have been really good strong trays that the magnets have stayed on. See, I got me a couple pickup tools. This is like a bendy magnet tool, and then I got your standard like a little 3-way claw push on it tool there. And so we'll go to like the top drawer here. Aim the camera down a little for y'all. So this is just all standard stuff. I've got all my like plastic tools for working with interiors and stuff. Got my little plastic clippy tool there, all these plastic clips. Just standard wrenches, line wrenches, regular wrenches. There's even one Blue Point 5/8 ratcheting in here. There's a stubby. Some other little just old distributor wrenches and stuff down in here, just different ones. Some Allens. And I got these Stanleys with this weird ratcheting open end thing that doesn't actually work. But the box end works on them, and they were free. This is where I keep most of my like electrical repair stuff. So just I also have like pens, paint markers, power supply tester for a computer. I got these for blocking off like vacuum ports and stuff. More markers, pens, paint markers, some relays, different fuses, stuff like that. All the different electric tapes, wires, connectors off the stuff. This stuff. I got another relay. These are good if you gotta bypass the tip of them. I keep these. I got more of these in the cabinet. Different connectors. See, there is a test light here. Soldering iron, cheapy crimpers. I don't know where my good Stanley Proto crimpers are. They've kind of come up missing. I gotta find those. Battery terminal. Heat shrink. More butt connector ends. Of course, I got soldering flux, solder here, all that kind of stuff. Pretty much what's in there. I got stuff in here I've forgotten about, I'll tell you. I got these little Sabobi connectors that have the solder in them when you heat them up. They're nice, but they're super expensive. Every dollar you spend is a dollar less you put in your pocket. Alright, so here I got like a headlight bulb if I need to make a load out of it. I got a couple other bulbs used for loads. This store is mostly about testing. I do have like a throttle position sensor, air control sensor, some type of connector. More butt connector things. This is this little meter I got AutoZone a while back, which I got a different one that I'm carrying now. I'm carrying my Tac Life in my mobile kit. I got this that a viewer sent me, and I've been trying to work with it, but I really don't like this Handtech scope at all. It's very buggy, and it locks up on you, and you can tell the software is made by Chinese people that didn't speak English. I got this relay test kit where you can plug it in, put your relay on top, and test the connections. My cotter pins are up here. This is scope stuff here, like different kinds of probes and stuff. different things I'm going to use, wire piercing probes, stuff like that with my scope and other stuff. Keep those all in here. I do have another scope. It's down in my shed right now. Got my Craftsman Innova scan tool there. This is actually a decent scan tool. I use the crap out of it, and there's still software updates out for it. I also have this Velleman 2-channel scope. This is a much better scope than the Handtech. Still not a Pico, but I like having options. This is not designed specifically for automotive work, but you can still do a lot. It's a 30 volt peak to peak. My other little scope that I use the most only does 10 volts peak to, or yeah, 10 volts peak to peak, or 10 volts each side, 20 peak to peak. Some different test probes and stuff. This is another meter. It's a clone of a Fluke. This has a very nice sampling rate. It's 999 counts. This is actually a really nice meter. You can get them for like 14 bucks on eBay. When you got something like a throttle position sensor that's going to change real fast, this will get it. And you guys see that fast dropout. 12-tack multimeter, different probes, test lights, button, got a timing light, got an amp clamp, all kinds of stuff for doing electrical diagnosis. It just kind of, as I learn more and get more little things, I'm going to have bigger or more drawers here soon. But, okay, so the next drawer here, this is where I mostly keep like my pry bars. This is that fan tool thing for certain cars. I haven't actually had to use this on anything I've worked on yet, but I knew what it was. And they said 25 on it, but on the other side it was marked 10. So I got them to take 10 for it at a used tool store. I figure one of these days I will need that and it'll come in handy. I got some bolt cutters, little pieces of wood for stuff. My Digiclick torque wrench is here. My cheap Harbor Freight torque wrench is back here. That's about all there is for that drawer. Some Easy Strike welding sticks. That's about it for right there. So now, this is mostly where I keep different brake stuff. I think there's supposed to be a couple other things in here right now, but that's alright. Oh, I don't have my flaring kits in here. They're in the wrong spot. Strut compression tool, couple C-clamps, some good old-fashioned manual, non-air powered pickle forks, tubing bender, got some Neiko in there. Normally there'd be some flaring kits in here, and my brake lube would be in here too. Next drawer is just a hammer drawer. I guess I got some welding sticks in here too. Just, these are the hammers that I pretty much use. I do have a bigger sledge in my car if I have to get that out, but I normally keep it in there. I've got this was a gift from a friend. This is my pressure test, my Mighty Vac pressure tester. Hey, it's good enough. It's not like one of those super fancy ones, but it gets the job done. I've actually been really happy with it. Yeah, I got a Ryobi battery in here. I got some of these connectors that need to be up here. I've got, this is a big bag of different plastic clips and stuff. Then I've got more plastic clips in this thing down here. You can see, can't have too many of those. All kinds of stuff there. This is just kind of a big old junky drawer at the bottom, like a gun chisel set for working on guns. So there's like brass chisels and stuff in here, bunches. My one-man brake bleeder, that should be up in my brake drawer. I don't know what that's off of. That's just some bolts and stuff that I've had. I don't know. Some big bag of different, like, assorted wire. I've got the Napa combustion leak block tester. I got used tool store for 10 bucks. Some C-clips and stuff like that down in here. Just some different pieces of heater hose and things down in here. Oh, I also got my little dog bone tool. GM. See, down here on the bottom, it's just a assortment of bolts and stuff that I keep handy. Okay, and then this drawer, it's all the different measuring tools pretty much. Just for, like, you know, you see me use some of these when I was rebuilding the engine. I just have all kinds of different measuring calipers and all kinds of stuff here. Dial indicators. This one right here is it's a indicator that you can mount on this magnet stand back here, and you can measure crankshaft in play. Dial bore gauge set here. All that kind of stuff. This is my tool drawer. Got some taps. I got get this open. Yeah, I got my extractor socket, turbo socket things. I got some thread files. Those are standard thread files. I actually have a metric thread file as well. Right here. Oh, this is a measuring tool as well. Or some measuring tools here. Bigger turbo socket for lug nuts. I got some Craftsman extractors. I've got this many files set. I got these junky easy outs. I got reverse drill bits right here. These are my drill hog. Some screw extractors. These are little punches here. These are handy for when I have to make a gasket and I need to get a perfect hole. There. And this is my, if you break a tap off, these are tap extractors. That's not a drawer that I have to go into often, but when I do, I'm glad it's there. This is just kind of the personal drawer. I keep receipts, paperwork, some alcohol wipes. I got one AR-15 round. I got some AK-47 SKS rounds. I got some 22. I got some 380. I don't know why. I have ammo everywhere. Some circuit boards and stuff for a project I'm going to do one day. This is my soldering gun. Get it open here. It's just a Weller 140 watt. Got fuel pressure test set, kind of a cheapy one. I really want to get a better one. This is like a little vacuum brake bleeder, but I mostly use it for vacuuming stuff. But it's like the Mighty Vac one, but it's the one that was made by Chinese child slave labor. All right. So now we come over to my Snap-on box, and where there's more stuff. This one might be a little more interesting. So, see, I got my I got T'Pol, the Vulcan from Star Trek Enterprise. Action figure right there. A couple magnet trays. My Harbor Freight light. These lights, if you put tape around them, they won't break right here. That's what I've been doing. So these are the gear wrench mid lengths that Mark Fox gave me, and these really come in handy. They've been a lifesaver many times. These have saved me a ton of time. And I like these sockets. They get good knurling on them, and they've held up fine. I got these cheap Harbor Freight impacting star bits. And this is just for when I gotta pull the control arms and stuff out of like Chevy Ventures or whatever. Get that big star bit. See, I got all my chrome sockets. These halves are just a mixture of stuff. I mostly use 3/8, so another one in there. How about that? That's the one I was missing. So this is out of my Stanley set that Mark Fox sent me, but it's in the car right now. I use it mobile, and then I got the Neikos for in here. And then these are the Duralast. This is the Duralast 3/8 set. I've used the crap out of these, and they've just held up, been perfectly fine. I haven't rounded anything off. I've had no problems with them. I'm very happy with this Duralast socket set. I don't think you could go wrong buying one of those. A couple of bigger 1/2 inch drive. Got a 30, a 29, and a 28. Those are Stanley. I got my wheel or axle nut sockets here. These are the sizes I always seem to need: 32, 33, and 35. And then there's every once in a while there's one that's bigger. And this big old 1.5 inch Napa socket will get them off. See, I've got here is my sensor socket, like for the Chrysler. I got this when I did the oil pressure sending unit on the Chrysler PT Cruiser. Then I've got my Honda crankshaft bolt socket. It's real heavy, so it hits hard on the impact. Break that Honda crankshaft bolt loose. So I don't know if I showed you, these are my gear wrench flexi sockets. I don't use these a lot because I don't like how wobbly they are, but when you need them, they're just the handiest thing in the world to have. And every once in a while you gotta get that bolt in a weird spot, and those are perfect. So just some cheapy 1/4 inch drives here, but these ones in the front are the gear wrenches that I believe are the ones that Mark Fox sent me. So those have been awesome. Let's see, these are my metric hex Stanleys Mark Fox sent me. Still using those. My standard hex Mark Fox again. I'm still using these. Haven't broken any of them yet. I picked this up the other day to throw in my mobile box. It's just a cheap Pittsburg 3/8 quarter extendable. Okay, so my next drawer here is just where I kind of keep all my stuff that has to do with socket wrenches. Got the socket wrenches themselves up front. I got this Carlyle that I use the crap out of all the time, and it's taking it all and it still works. I've got this that I've used for what, 10 years now, and it works great. I love this little wrench. It's just quick and fast to get in there and get stuff out. I still have my old Stanley extendable 3/8. It's getting a little long in the tooth. It's getting rusty down in here, but it does still work. This is the 1/4 inch drive Carlyle that Mark Fox sent me, and it's just been a great little ratchet too. I love this little ratchet. I do have a snap-on ratchet. This is the GF70S USA. It is not fine tooth, but it does say on and off. But they're not referring to getting the socket off. Anyway, this is a little stubby Master Mechanic. My friend who's a mechanic gave that to me. I got this. This is one Mark Fox sent me. This has been a good little ratchet too. It doesn't have a push button release, but this is the Gear Wrench 120 XP. But I use this sometimes. I got this little tiny Titan when you really got to get down in tight quarters, like in a dash, interior work, that kind of stuff. I got these are great when you got to have something real low profile. You team that up with something like this, like boom, you can get down in there. And I've got that in the 1/4 inch drive too. I got those at AutoZone. And don't need them often, but when I've needed them, they're awesome. Because I don't know if I showed you these. These are, I don't know what brand these are. I know OEM tools and different places make these. Oh, these are OEM tools. Okay, I think I got these off of Amazon. I'm not sure. But don't use them often, but the 13 millimeter and 15 millimeter I use a lot on GM stuff. Like getting hubs out without having to pull everything apart. You can get back in there and bolt with those. Got some swivel impact metrics here. Just really cheapy ones. Spark plug sockets. I got this little doohickey here. You can take a screwdriver bit on that side or 3/8 on this side. I mean, it'll get the job done. I've got this little spark plug gapper. 1/4 inch and 3/8 stuff, adapters, just different various things here. That's Master Hand, and that's Craftsman. Like I said, I just use whatever I got. That's Craftsman. There's no snap-on extensions or anything. I mean, extensions are extensions. I don't have any problems with them. Some of this is Harbor Freight stuff. Some's Craftsman. I got these little impact extensions from Harbor Freight that go down to 3/8, which come in handy because these are 3/8. So I got some 1/2 inch extensions and swivels here. I got more my longer 3/8 extensions and stuff up here, and got another little Stanley ratchet 3/8 back here that I never use anymore. Used to be my go-to back in the day. Alright, so the next drawer here is kind of the screwdriver drawer. So I got a lot of screwdrivers, all different kinds. I really like the Stanley Fat Max, and I really like these diamond tip. These are the Fat Max diamond tips, and these are the Craftsman diamond tips. Those are great screwdrivers. I got some cheap screwdrivers for prying with, and a little bit of everything. I got my 3 1/2 inch ratchets here. I just have 3 of them. I don't need 3 of them. I don't use 1/2 inch that much. Just different screwdriver bits and ends and things here. Some knife blades, stuff like that. So this is just like scrapers, chisels, cold chisels, this alignment tool. I just bought this at the last Sears. They were going out of business. It's the last Sears within 100 miles of me. And it's a little alignment tool. It was on clearance, 70% off. So my little brake wind back tool. I don't have one of those master kits. I don't work on a lot of foreign crap, but you see it on GMs too, like the back end of Buick Lucernes and stuff like that. You might need one of these. Got these hook tools. These are, I think, Gray Pneumatic. These are Astro. Okay, I think these are Tool Shop brand from Rule King. These are great if you need something kind of dull to get up under that hose and kind of pick it loose. Got a nice flat end on them. I got this mirror. It's Craftsman, rebranded from somewhere. It was a made in USA tool. I got some more long triple squares here. These are Duralast. I had some free cash points or something from, maybe it was a refund I had to spend. I bought those at AutoZone. Got a nice long 1/2 inch drive extension there too. Got my impacting screwdriver. This is the one Mark Fox sent me. I think it was Mark Fox that sent me this. Yeah, it was. And then I have these Vim impact bits that can go in there too for extra bits. Big hex bit. I don't know why I have that, but I do. These are my Easy Red wrenches. So these like these Easy Red wrenches here were awesome. Unfortunately they quit making these, and so my 13 here slips in one direction, or when you put some torque on it, and so I was like, I need to RMA this. We don't make that anymore. We can give you the little short one, or we can give you this long one. I got this one, and it's just a piece of junk right out of the box. It was doing this crap. This is supposed to lock. Look how thin this crap is. These things will strip a bolt out in no time. So this WRM 1315, whatever, from Easy Red, it's a complete piece of shite. Don't buy this junk. Also, you can't use it through both ends because it's closed on one end, but it's just so thin for a universal spline drive that that'll just stretch and strip the bolt. I'm almost just want to throw that in the trash, but I'm going to email them one of these days and be like, you got to give me something better. See if they'll take care of it. But these other ones I like. Easy Mountain or somebody still makes these. I need to see if I can get a set from them. Like the 1315 is great for doing like serpentine belts. I got a set of these long Pittsburg wrenches. I don't need a wrench this long very often, but when you do, you do. And they were cheap, and I used my coupon. And they've actually held up really well. I'm not disappointed in them at all. I haven't had any problems. I got a set of these super cheapy S wrenches. Tony the technician, I'm sure, would hate these because they're not stamped all even. They look kind of crappy, but you know what? They work great. I got some stubby wrenches. I got a Husky and the Pittsburg. I got some more Craftsman line wrenches here that are in metric. So that's some of the wrenches. And it's just kind of a drawer of crap. Some brake hardware, boot stuff there. I got some. So a lot of times I end up with this because I'll tear a boot, and I won't replace all the boots if the other ones are fine and I tore one. I just use the one boot and fix it, and I keep the extra boots for next time I tear one. That's a carburetor for a chainsaw. I got some dielectric gel here, oil filter wrenches. This is my tool for putting in a valve stem into a tire without breaking it off the bead. I had to use that yesterday, as a matter of fact. My oil filter wrenches. This is my other tire patching stuff. Got some valve stems, valve stem cores, some safety seals. This is a sensor for my friend's Suburban or Yukon. I need to call him. I haven't heard from him in a while. This is the balance shaft tool. Now, somebody got a hold of me on a live stream and wanted me to let them borrow this. If you're watching, just click on my about and you'll see my email address. Email me. I didn't get your email address. It blocked it as spam. And then I tried to open it up after the chat, but it wouldn't let me. So you, by all means, can buy this. You can still buy these on eBay too. So I got some grease pencils. This is a this is off of Ford. I forget what it's called, but they go bad all the time. I grabbed one out of the junkyard. This is my little inner tie rod tool. You just tighten that around the inner tie rod, stick a long extension in there. And oh, these are the little clips that you have to use to hold stuff on a Porsche. I had extras, so I just kept them here. So this is kind of my main wrench drawer here. I got crescents and stuff back in the back. I got my ratcheting Harbor Freights. Everybody says how bad these are, how ugly they are. I've had zero issues with them. They work great. Even the open end on them's pretty sturdy. Then I got my ratcheting reversible wrenches here. This is just all the ones I have. I would like to get like a 14 and a 12, but I got this Williams 10mm, Williams 13mm. This is the snap-on. This one is longer is why I got it. SOEXRM15. This is actually a really nice wrench. I got a Williams 16. This is a Blue Point in the 18. And that's all the sizes I got in ratcheting. So I'd like to fill that set in eventually. But that's what I got for now. If I don't have what I need, if I need a 17, I just go at it with a combo. So these are my combos. I'm running a Kobalt that I got on sale, a whole set for 20 bucks. And then I have these doubled up in my tray. So I got Craftsman, and I have two of each size, 15 Craftsman, 15 Kobalt. 15 Craftsman. These are USA Craftsman, or 16, and then I got a Kobalt. So that's all the way through, except I don't have a Craftsman for my 18, wherever it is. Yeah, so I got a Schwangeti. It's off of eBay for like $2. I can't complain. I got that because I had to cut my other 18 in half to get to a bolt. And this wasn't anything special either. This was a Evercraft. And another little crescent wrench. See, I've got crow's feet here. I've got the little like brake line flare nut crow's feet. Don't use those often, but when you need one, it can come in handy. Little wrenches back here that are metric. And I got a 22 right here. So I don't have a 21, and I don't think I don't know if my Harbor Freight came with a 21. Oh yeah, I did. I got 21 there now, so I'm good. And this is just my pliers drawer. These are the snap-on snap ring pliers that Mark Fox sent me. I don't use snap ring pliers all that crazy often, but these will come in super handy. It looks like they could use a little oiling. They still work, but I have used them several times, and they're really nice snap ring pliers. These are my generic, what is the name brand on these? Nipex. You can get these at Tractor Supply. These things are freaking awesome, man. I don't think they're going to be quite as durable as the Nipex, but you can lock these on and stand on them, and they take it. I got a little oil filter pliers, some chain vice grips, channel lock cutters, just different pliers, needle nose. These are my absolute favorite pliers. They don't make them anymore, but they're Thorson 53210. But these are just perfect size for me. A couple little cheapy needle nose pliers, or needle nose vice grips. That's what I'm running for my pliers. Oh, I got these too. These are the Quinn. Those come in handy when you need to get down in there. Air tools. That's what we got here. The Nitro Cat. Got the Cornwell 3/8 impacting, or like they call it reactionless too. It's been a good ratchet. I've used crap out of that thing. I got the Husky. I got Little Polite Central Pneumatic. I haven't named this one yet, but this is Mr. Pickle Fork. See, just different fittings, connectors, different things for the air hammers. More air tools. Got another Husky. This works if it's not cold out. I got my Ingersoll Rand little angle grinder. Got a straight grinder from Harbor Freight. Little air nozzle blowgun things. I got a little Campbell's Hausfeld drill that's non-reversible but gets the job done. It's a cut-off wheel from Harbor Freight. All kinds of little discs and stuff in here. I got this little thing for cleaning off your wheel studs. I think that's about it for that. Don't have my Freon gauges in here right now. They're in the car from another job. They'd normally be sitting right here, but this is just all my AC stuff. Valve tools. This is my snap-on flaring tool here, which needs to go over with my brake stuff. Freon detectors. I have mixed results with these. Honestly, it's easier just to get a bright light, look for something wet most of the time. Just look for something wet. Hoses. Got this little assortment of different cores to put in cars. R134 systems. Got the glasses, yellow glasses. I got a UV light. This actually is for my leak down tester, but here's my other flaring tool. That needs to go in here with the brake stuff. piston ring compressor and hone and hose clamps and hacksaws and wire brushes. Just a drawer of stuff where I try to keep cutting and brushing and stuff like that. But I didn't necessarily have a room, any other place to put my piston ring compressor. Alright, so down here is this bottom drawer. This is just extra tools that I don't have a use for at the moment. But I keep them in case I break one or need one or somebody else needs one. See, this is my harmonic balancer puller. This has got, so like when you're doing like the Chryslers, this has got the long rods that will go back in there and push against the inside of the crank and hook onto the crankshaft pulley and pull that shaft off. Very handy. And then I've got, this is for 3.8 liter GMs. This is the bolts and stuff that you need to get the harmonic balancer off of those. You can use a three-way puller, but the bolts that go in there are a really weird size, and these are the hardened bolts that fit it, and this little pin goes down in the middle to push against, so that it's pushing it out against the inside of the crankshaft. You don't strip or break nothing. But I use that quite a bit actually when I have to do crankshaft position sensors to tie on those. Nothing else real important, just some extra C-clamps, and like there's chains down here for when I go pull engines, that kind of stuff. I don't do a lot of engine and transmission jobs, but sometimes. Right away. But that's kind of what I have in my tools. I got my little smoke machine up here. That's my leak down tester right here. I've got my little super funnel kit right here. But a little bit of everything. I got my Western tool vise. This is a Western tool, or it's also known as Champion. It's made right here in Springfield, Ohio. It's an awesome vise. You can't buy a decent vise anymore. It's a shame. I got a drill press there, grinder, a little stick welder back there. I think you guys have seen pretty much all the rest. Oh, this I got the other day. Oh, heavy. Because I got tired of doing the Lona tool. Because AutoZone has, or Advance has a Lona tool, but it's the big kit, and it's like $220 to you have to give them. And then I put it on my card, and it takes a while for the credit to come back and all that crap. So I just bought this one. It gets me through most jobs just fine. And I've used the Pittsburg one before. I haven't owned it, but I've used somebody else's. This Maddox one is much more stout. This press is much more stout than that Pittsburg one was. This tool's definitely worth the extra 10 or 20 bucks that it costs. That's where I keep all my fluids. Some wipers and stuff over there. Got some ramps over there. I'll take you around here real quick. This is my air compressor. This was given to me for free and I fixed it. This is just where I keep other stuff, like all my light bulbs and some more of those relays and spare steppers for my instrument cluster. I've got extra coil packs and ignition control modules and all kinds of stuff in here. And then over here, some complete set of factory service manuals for my Pontiac. I got extra Freon and stuff in here, and all my oil filters up across the top. Just like stuff that's new, generally I try to shove it in here somewhere. Like especially if it's just extras, or if it's I'm just waiting until I get to a project. But I had a chance to get some more of these when I was at the hospital, these cabinets. I wish I would have gotten like one more, maybe. I could have run this electric down a little bit and put another one in here. But these have been super good cabinets. they were doing some remodeling. So, but that's it. That's my garage. So, all right, I'll talk to y'all later. This is Tom, Frugal Prepper.